President Bola Tinubu has declined assent to a bill that aimed to increase the tenure and retirement age of legislative officers at the National Assembly and State Houses of Assembly. The president's decision was revealed in a letter read on the floor of the Senate on Tuesday by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The controversial retirement age bill, which had been put on hold in February 2024 for further examination and consultations with stakeholders due to significant opposition from senators, suffered another setback. The president's letter reads, "Upon thorough examination and careful consideration, I have decided to withhold my assent to the bill. This decision is made by the powers vested in me by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I wish to express my sincere appreciation for the diligent work of the Senate with regards to the drafting and passage of this bill. I hope you will receive it with understanding. Please accept assurances of my highest regard." Nze, what is your take on this?
He has his right. Based on the power vested upon him to take decisions for this nation as the President and Commander-in-Chief of Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has his right. But the point is here. The retirement age, from what to what? From 60 to 65 or 60 to 70? Generally, retirement age in Nigeria is 35 years of service. Yeah, or 60 years of age. Now, why should parliamentary staff 65? If you want to raise the retirement age, at 60, somebody is still active. At 60, somebody is still very much active. At 65, somebody is still very much active. I think that Nigerians retire their men so quickly. But when you look at the political fora, you see that more of older men are still operating. People whom you consider retired in the service, retired in the military, retired in order, they are still relevant in politics. That is why maybe things are not working. So if they want to consider retirement age, to me, I would say that they should raise all other civil servants from 60 to 70 and from 35 to 40, if that is what you want to do. But if they want to do justice to this age 10, let them consider the age of those who participate in political election office holders. Let them also consider it. Once you are 70, you are not fit to rule Nigeria. Once you are 70, you are not fit to be a senator. Once you are 70 or 75, you are not fit to be a local government chairman. In fact, let them begin to regulate from there. So the president's refusal to append his signature on this bill is okay. But let the legislators who are legislating over it consider the plight of other people, other civil servants, and even political office holders. You see, in Nigeria, when somebody will retire as a director after attaining a certain age of 60, and is being appointed by the governor to come and serve in the same office either as a consultant or even as a director, still a retired man. So you are telling us that this man is retired but not tired. So there is no need to retire men who are not tired. If somebody still has something to offer, let him stay in service. Yes, not just because the law has come to say. In fact, that's why we keep on kicking against 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended. We are still kicking against. There are several things we need to change. Because when you are making a consideration, make a wider consideration. Don't make consideration based on your narrow view. Your world view might not be the world view of the general public. Let the public be consulted. Ask questions. Let people bring their this thing from different angles. Come up with your opinions, come up with your ideas, and support your ideas with vivid claims. Vivid claims, things that will be able, in fact, that will be very clear to the eye. This is why we are saying this, just as I'm saying now, that somebody who retires at the age of 60, or somebody who leaves service after attaining 35 years, you can imagine somebody who gained appointment, or who secures a job, who gets employed at the age of 18. After 35 years old, how many years will that person be? Just 50 something, and you retire him. You retire that person at 58. A 58 young man is just like me. So you can imagine that somebody is now telling me that I'm a retired man. when I can still play football, when I can still run marathon, when I can still do everything, my brain is still very sharp and active. In fact, this is my most active time. And you retire me because I joined the service very early because of law, constitution. No. Let the legislators begin to look at these things from this angle. Don't just consider the plight of the parliamentary workers, the National Assembly workers and all that. Consider the plight of all Nigerians.
Right.
And increase the retirement age. Perhaps either by sickness or mental derangement, or age of 70. At least age of 70.
All right.
Before you can consider their retirement. So I salute President Bola Tinubu on this one.
All right. Ifeanyi, what do you have to say?
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Mr. President, I want to make a sharp contrast from what Mr. has said, though I agreed to the large extent what he said, but for him to not append his signature on this bill is an affront on the citizens of Nigeria, because those people are just mere civil servants. They are not political office holders that amass wealth. And I put it to Mr. President that he has denied them this assent just because he feels they are irrelevant to his electioneering progress or success. Because if you tell me that in one breath you will refuse an assent to a bill that is for the good and the welfare of your citizen, whom you have sworn to uphold their welfare and their security and well-being, in another breath you attest and assent to the bill changing the national anthem that has no bearing on the wealth and improvement of the infrastructure, development and improvement of security in Nigeria. It does not put food on our table after singing national anthem. In another one, you elevated and elongated the year of service of the Inspector General of Police. You elevated the year and service of the judges and of the Supreme Court and all that. Those are the ones that benefit them. This is politics. That's why I say that he has looked at the assembly staff. They are irrelevant to his success in election. I put it to you that if Mr. President have seen these people as people that are in the eye of the storm, or those who will be beneficial to his progress in politics, will not even hear when he just see him in the camera. Or Ajurin Gelare, the former spokesperson, or which one is there now? The Yoruba man that is there, we tell you that Bayo Onanuga. We tell you that the president has assented to so and so. So, but you see, why he's making the news is because these are the ordinary Nigerians. These are the ordinary Nigerians. And if, like Nze said, if this age of retirement will be elevated, let them make it a national bill that will be all-encompassing, that will help. We have seen how nature, I don't know what this 21st century or jet age is becoming, or the Gen Zs are affecting the older people, that people are not aging so fast. Even their age, they don't appear their age. And it's really, confusing a lot of us. So people are say active at 60. At 65, people are say active. Why not give them? Because look at our social investment and our social security. It's very poor. So that is why you see people begin to maneuver their age and counter affidavit and affidavit just to stay put in service, because you are retiring to nothing. Shall the truth be told, the Nigerians retired to nothing. Look at Mena. That was one of the things that made me did not support the coming of Jonathan. The truth be told, I have been telling you on this forum that Jonathan was a president who sat back and allowed the people around him to rubbish him. Look at what we are saying hearing about Desiane. Maina stole Pen, who was the chairman of Pencom. He stole in billions. 23 point something billion of workers' money that were kept in his. What did they do? Nigeria did plea bargaining. Where in the world did you see about plea bargaining? Only in Nigeria. Agree that like a man will tell the wife, accept that I'm your husband, then do whatever you like. I tell the Colette that even this beautiful woman is even my wife. Go and do whatever you like. Come home to me. Somebody will steal billions. Just like you saw the drama that played out in the appearance of the elusive Yaya Bello. Tomorrow you see a plea bargain. You have stolen so much and you give a minute. Minor paid how much? Minor did not pay up to 1 billion. And he is left free. Who is talking about Minor today? So this is where the meat is, Laurentia. Who will burn the cat? I heard on the good authority this morning from Abuja, I got a call that MPC, National Peace Committee, led by Adesanya Abubakar and Father Kuka, they are meeting, having a town hall meeting today on this insecurity, hunger, bedeviling Nigeria, and the end bad governance protest. They want to look at those things critically because of what? The fallout of what happened when they went for peace signing in Edo State. Because that is why I told you that Obaseki spoke loud and clear. For him not to have signed that peace pact in order to be cosmetic to the camera, and we also heard from the same people that Bola Tinubu did not sign the same peace pact during the prior to the 2020 general elections, and nobody told us. We're not in the media. So until Nigerians begin to say truth to power, until Nigerians begin to, like the Senate president and the senators who proposed this bill, let them make it encompassing. Because Nigerian workers, the truth be told, are retiring to nothing. They are retiring to nothing. We are not talking about those working in the private sectors. Those ones, you don't even talk about them. They don't have even voices. We are their voices because at the end of the day, the organization don't even allow them to belong to any labor affiliated union. So Nigerians, what we see in other places where you talk about minimum wage is across board. It is not in Nigeria. So the earlier they tinker with the 1999 Constitution as amended or have a bill that is encompassing, that will be true. That will be better for all of us. So that Nigerians can have a safe social investment. Nigerians can retire to a good social security and all whatnot. At the end of the day, we now see that the bourgeois are all, if you have not set aside this capitalism, this government of capitalism in Nigeria, we are going nowhere. All right.
Nze, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, what I just have to say is this. Mr. President, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, GCFR, claimed that he has come to govern Nigeria for the good of Nigerians. Let him justify his words. This issue of refusal to assent to the bill passed by the National Assembly, let it bring him back to the promises he made to Nigerians, that he will better the lot of the people. Now, the people are crying. It is only those who are eating on your table that are praising you. It means that you are short-sighted, you are myopic. You can only see within the scope of the table where you dine. Sometimes, either you send people to go out or open your television, open your radio, listen to the voice of the people. If the Nigerian Communication Commission can allow media houses to allow people to say their mind and not target hate speech, and begin to hunt those who allow their station to be used to make some certain comments. If the government can begin to look at it from, hear what the people are saying, see what the people are going through. Insecurity is, in fact, is pressing Nigeria to a choke. Insecurity in the north, and you know the people responsible for these things. Mr. President, one of your cabinet member, Matawale, have been accused and accused and accused. He has not come to tell us that he is free from those accusations, and you still kept him.
And you now made him Minister of Defense.
You made him Minister of Defense.
So
the very office that's supposed to fight him,
that's
you make him a chairman in that office. Just like what happened in the former, what's the name of this former minister with Buhari? What's his name? The one that came to give us NIM.
Issa Pantami.
Issa Pantami. Pantami was accused of being an insurgent himself, but the government didn't do anything. He gave us this NIM, and the NIM had not caught a single kidnapper for once. But NIM had sometime at a point they blocked my line. The line that was registered, they say I didn't raise it. When I went to raise it, they said I should pay 6,000. Fortunately, I was with my wife. She said, "For what?" I said, "Madam, take it easy." She said, "Let's go." I said, "My line, I can't access it again. I had to go and pay the money and retrieve my line." I tried to do it. I gave it to some of my boys. Do this thing for me. They said it could not work except I go and pay that money and retrieve it. You see where we are going to. So Issa Pantami didn't do us well. Matawale has come again. And look at what Bello Turji is doing in Zamfara State. And the military is telling us
stories. The sitting governor has been accused of knowing where he is.
The sitting governor is accusing Matawale
is accusing the sitting governor.
Those accusations are no accusations. Is it not just to preserve the gold mining that is happening in that place?
Is it.
And all eyes are focused on the oil of Nigeria. And their own mining this thing is going on.
I thought I'm the only person who have been talking about the gold, who is not in the, which they don't share in fact.
They don't share it.
They don't share it. It is not among the national. It's not among the national cake. But gold is more than, go and check how much gold is worth.
The international market.
And we have lawmakers, we have legislators from the, what are they even sitting in the hollow chamber doing? Nobody should speak out and pass a bill that let us begin to rejig the foundation of this.
Look at something that just happened. The sitting governor in Zamfara State just accused Matawale that Halilu Sububu died with his wealth, which he didn't know where he kept. You can imagine, this is the commonwealth of Nigeria.
That is where we have seen ourselves.
And this president, who happened to come from Southwest, is keeping a kind of blind eye to it, to the detriment of Nigerians. Please, President, save us and help us so that we can write your name in gold.
Laurentian, before we go, please, very quickly, in this the decline of assent, I have it on good authority again that in Rivers State, when we are talking about the federal and the payment and the elevation of trying to elevate the age of retirement and all that, and paying of emoluments, because once you do this, they get emoluments. What I'm going to say is this: the Rivers State governor, who has the people as his mantra, thank God that in Zaizia, the promotion allowances and some of the civilian allowances of local government workers have not been paid.
All right.
Even since the governor said that he has promoted them after 8 years, that is what they use in chastising Nyesom Wike. But now that the governor made those pronouncements, let it be on record that the local government workers in Rivers State have not received whatever benefit that is agreeable to their elevation, to their new status.
All right, thank you.